Hey everyone, Coach Investor back with another video for you today. So lots of you have been asking me what I'm doing in this crazy market right now. Super high volatility, huge red days, elections coming up, second wave, third wave of COVID. What am I going to do? Am I selling? Am I buying? So I will try to explain everything in this video. I'm going to compare a bit what it means if Donald Trump wins the presidency again, or if Biden is elected as president, what it meant before when they are switching from a Democratic president to a Republican and from a Republican to a Democratic president. We're going to look at that as well. I'm also going to go over the charts, seeing how the S&P 500 has fared before an election and just after an election. We're going to look at the last 3 presidential elections because I think it's very specific to what is actually happening right now. Obviously, right now we have the pandemic going on, so that's an added factor as well. But before I get into all of that, first of all, my next video will be about one of these stocks that you've all been asking for, is Palantir. So if you have any questions you want me to maybe do some research or answer, leave it down in the comments below. But before I get into this video, we're almost at 5,000 subscribers. I think we're around 100 subscribers away. So if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate that. And if you like these videos, leave it an early thumbs up, as it really helps me outgrow the channel and get my videos out there. So without further ado, let's start this video. Alright, so I've pulled up the S&P 500. So as we can see right now, we're actually nearing a small support line right here at 3,200, which could be a good thing going forward and going into this election, second wave, etc. As well as the RSI is pretty low right now. But let's go and look at some history right here. So let's go back to 2016. All right, so Donald Trump gets elected right around here. Then he goes into office at a very, very low point. Takes a couple of months, but we go back up. And then obviously we all know what happened after that. Now going even further back in time. All right, so back in 2012, end of 2011, same thing here. Barack Obama gets re-elected right around here. Stock market goes down because it was against Mitt Romney. A lot of people thought Mitt Romney would actually win the election, but it did not happen. Then goes into office, stock market goes back up because, as you will see, the stock market actually likes it when the same president stays in office. Now, I'm not going to go back to the first term of Barack Obama because it was just after the financial crisis. So those data points won't really help us because, well, the market was already super low. All right, so now that we've got that out of the way, what would it mean if Donald Trump stays president or if Joe Biden is elected president? Now, usually what happens to the market is, doesn't matter who's president, a Democrat or Republican, the market prefers that the same president gets re-elected because, well, they know what he has been doing for the last 4 years. They can compare that, etc. So the same thing goes for this presidential election. If Donald Trump stays president, the market will react positively because we all know Donald Trump loves the stock market. He loves talking about the best economy in the world, which is the United States. We actually have seen that at the beginning of the year. The US economy was at its highest point. Unemployment rate was at its lowest point. Now, if Joe Biden gets elected, usually when a new president comes in after a 4-year term, the market doesn't like that at the beginning, but after a while, the market settles. You can see which policies will really get signed, which won't. Now, with what's going on with the market right now, the market is kind of leaning into that Joe Biden win. That's why we've seen a couple of red days this week. High volatility as well because of the rise of COVID cases. Not everything goes around the presidential election this year because, well, we have a pandemic going on. That's something that has not happened previously. So keep those things in mind. Expect high volatility in the month to come. Obviously, this week is going to be highly volatile because, well, presidential election. Probably if Donald Trump stays president, we would see less volatility. But if Joe Biden becomes president, expect high volatility. All right, so what will I be doing personally in the month to come? All right, so what will I be doing this coming month? Obviously, I'm prepared for the high volatility. So there are a couple of things I will be doing. First of all, if you want, and if I want as well, you can always put stop orders on all your stocks. Let's say if the market goes down 10%, all your positions get sold and then you have cash on hand if the market goes back lower. If you don't like that and you have already cash on hand, leave your positions as it is and you can add if the market drops 10%, 15, 20%, etc. Obviously, be on the lookout on who becomes president on Tuesday or who stays president on Tuesday. But don't forget that the president only changes in January, not this week. So the sitting president can still do and change some things going on right now, which is obviously the pandemic, maybe a stimulus plan, etc. But to be honest, I think the worst has already gone by. Obviously, with the rise of cases in COVID around the world, lockdowns being put in places, maybe we could see some more huge red days, but I think the majority of the big shock has already settled. That's only my opinion. I could be extremely wrong on that point, but we will have to see going forward. But overall, going forward, I can see a couple of things happening. First of all, Donald Trump stays president, the stock market goes up, COVID cases rise, stock market volatile, stimulus plan, everything goes back to normal, stock market goes back up. Even with the rise of COVID cases, I think right now, most of the companies, etc., have things under control. Unlike back in March, people are already working from home since March, so it doesn't really change anything. People have been buying online like crazy. Obviously, with the holidays coming, Black Friday, Thanksgiving, Christmas, etc., I don't expect people not to go shop online. Staying at home is probably much better for those big companies as well, because obviously who doesn't like online shopping? Now, obviously you always have to be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. So what the worst thing that can happen is, let's say, I don't know, President X gets elected, huge riots again, huge rise in COVID, no stimulus plan, market crashes, you lose a lot of money. Best thing that can happen, President gets elected, no riots, stimulus plan goes into play, rising cases eventually will anyways happen, so that doesn't really matter. Maybe positive news on a vaccine, stock market goes up and everybody is happy. So like my good friend Chicken says, don't be a donkey, do your research, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. When you're prepared for the worst, it doesn't really matter what's going on because you're prepared. Have some cash on the side, have some stop loss orders ready if you want that. And again, dollar cost averaging is the best thing you can do, and it's what I will personally be doing in the month to come. There are some huge companies out there that have been falling even after reporting very, very good earnings. So be on the lookout for those companies. If it drops even more, you get a great company at a cheaper price. And that will be it for this video. If you liked it, consider leaving a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, maybe hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. Like I said at the start of the video, my next one will be about Palantir. So if you have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. And as always, guys, and especially now, stay safe, take care, and see you all in the next video. Bye bye.